are.
What do you mean police ought to be concerned? What are you saying by that?
That it feels like we're in a war. People keep bringing up Dr. Martin Luther King, but that didn't work.
Right? That's how it sounds. Is it a threat?
Exactly. I mean, you totally just threaten the police. And I understand, some of the stuff that you're saying. There was a time in this country where the police were sort of the agents to thwart any sort of social change, whether, you're talking about Bull Connor in the South, where the police were trying to enforce a status quo. That is not the world that we live in today. And probably the best evidence of that is the fact that we have now gay marriage is the law of the land of this country. We are not living in the same world that we lived in before. The police are here to protect us. And, making idle threats to people, and actually they're not idle anymore. I mean, making terroristic threats to anybody, especially police officers, I think is just wrong.
Joelle, you're right next to it. Go ahead.
My name's Joelle Gamble. I'm the daughter of a police officer. He served on the LAPD for 25 years, including during Rodney King. And while I think police need to be respected and should be held to the highest standard, the Black Lives Matter protesters have a point. And getting caught up in the names and these threats is not going to get us to a solution. We need to start talking about policy changes.
You think it was a mistake? Pigs in a blanket, fry 'em like blanket?
Of course,
a mistake.
that is a mistake. But that does not devalue what this movement is talking about.
But that's the loudest voice that's being heard. I'm sure there's some wonderful people that are involved in the Black Lives Matter movement, but the fact is, all of those voices of reason are being drowned out by people who are making those appalling, heinous statements.
Stacy, in the back. Stacy.
Washington. I'm a radio host, and I'm also the daughter of a police officer. And I can tell you one thing. When I look at the Black Lives Matter movement and I want to identify with it, I want to join into the cause, I can't join in with a movement that talks about killing someone when I know what my father went through for 25 years and is still going through every day carrying the gun and the badge. They are killing the idea that they can co-opt and gather in support by using tactics that offend and repel the people they want to.
How about, does anybody here, people who are in support of